What if inflammation doesn't begin in your joints or your arteries, but deep inside your cells years before you ever notice a symptom?
Yeah, I mean, it completely flips how we understand getting sick.
Yeah.
Like, we usually wait for a fever or, an aching knee.
Right, exactly.
But the real crisis is happening on a microscopic level long before that,
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our deep dive today is pulling from Dr. Casey Means' book, Good Energy. We're looking at the hidden root causes of chronic illness.
which is just so important to talk about.
It really is. And I want to emphasize right up front, getting a handle on how your cells are functioning is absolutely crucial, especially after the age of 40.
Oh, 100%. Because that's when our natural repair mechanisms start to, well, slow down.
Right. So today we'll explore the 5 hidden cellular processes that quietly trigger chronic inflammation and 3 practical habits that can help restore healthier cell function.
Yeah, and Dr. Means argues that our modern environment, so like our highly processed diets, chronic stress, sedentary lives, it essentially overwhelms the tiny engines inside our cells.
The mitochondria, right.
Exactly, the mitochondria. And it causes this massive dysfunction.
So it's basically like a cellular traffic jam, but I'm a little fuzzy on the exact mechanism here. The book mentions that when fuel like glucose backs up, it creates something called ectopic fat.
Yeah, ectopic fat.
I mean, I always thought of fat as just stored energy around my waist. What is ectopic fat actually doing inside a cell?
It's a great question. So when that glucose backs up, because the engine just can't process it, the cell has to shove that excess energy somewhere.
Makes sense.
So it creates fat deposits in places fat isn't naturally supposed to be, like inside your muscle or your liver cells. And this ectopic fat physically gums up the cell's machinery.
Wait, it actually blocks things.
Yeah, it literally blocks insulin receptors from working properly.
Oh, wow. So the fuel literally traps itself. But that's only part of the story, right? Because the cell is jammed up, it basically hits the panic button.
Exactly. The overburdened mitochondria feel like they are under physical attack.
Uh-huh.
So they initiate this cell danger response.
The danger response.
Yeah, they pump out these really powerful chemical distress signals, basically begging for help.
Which naturally draws a crowd. I mean, here's where things become really interesting. Those distress signals trigger a massive immune activation. The body's defense forces rush to the scene.
Right, they come rushing in to fight.
But wait, let me make sure I'm getting this biological mismatch right. If the original problem was a backup of processed food and stress, does this mean my immune system is basically fighting an unwinnable war against a donut?
Yes. Or a bad night's sleep. That is the exact biological mismatch we're dealing with today. Your immune system is doing its job perfectly.
But the threat never leaves.
Exactly, because the threat is just your daily lifestyle. Most people never realize this.
And because those immune cells are constantly firing at an enemy that never retreats, they start causing massive collateral damage to healthy tissue.
Precisely. And that relentless crossfire is cellular inflammation. It's the invisible, smoldering root beneath all the modern itises.
Like arthritis, sinusitis?
Yeah, and even the neuroinflammation that causes brain fog.
Wow. And the next mechanism may surprise you, because while all that immune crossfire is happening, those struggling cellular engines are throwing off toxic free radicals.
Right, oxidative stress.
I hear that in skincare commercials all the time, but what is it actually doing inside my body?
Well, think of free radicals as sparks flying off a struggling engine. They're unstable molecules that desperately want to balance themselves.
So they steal from other places.
Exactly. They literally steal electrons from healthy parts of your cell, ripping apart cell walls and DNA in the process.
That is terrifying. And what absolutely blew my mind in the research is that it's not just physical inputs doing this. Psychological fear and digital stress like doom scrolling the news before bed biochemically mimic a bad diet.
It's wild, right? It bathes your cells in cortisol and locks them into that exact same vicious cycle of oxidative damage.
Which perfectly explains why so many of us walk around exhausted. Your body is leaking all its energy to fight an invisible war.
Yeah, constantly.
So if our cells are locked in this perpetual traffic jam, how do you actually clear the road? Let's look at what you can do starting today, specifically 3 practical actions.
Right. Well, action 1 is to eliminate the toxic 3. That means cutting out refined sugars, especially liquid fructose, which just completely overwhelms the liver.
And the other 2?
Dropping industrial seed oils and refined grains. Those seed oils are insidious because they physically stiffen your cell membranes.
Making it harder for the cell to absorb nutrients, right?
Yeah, or to clear out waste.
Got it. Okay, action 2. Respect your biological clock. Get 15 to 30 minutes of natural morning sunlight to set your circadian genes.
Such a crucial step.
And prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep in a cool, dark room. Your cells strictly require that downtime to clean up all those free radicals.
Absolutely. And action 3 is taking movement micro breaks.
I love this one. You don't need exhausting gym sessions to fix the traffic jam. Just walking for 2 minutes every half hour acts like a sponge.
Yeah, the physical muscle contraction safely pulls that excess glucose right out of your blood, completely bypassing the insulin resistance.
It's brilliant. It's all about sending your cells the message that they are safe, not under attack. Let's do a quick recap. We've got the 5 processes: dysfunction, danger response, immune activation, cellular inflammation, and oxidative stress.
And the 3 actions: upgrading your food by dropping the toxic 3, sinking your light and sleep, and those movement micro breaks.
Perfect. Which of these hidden cellular processes surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy learning from the world's best health books, subscribe to Mosaic Health 40+ Stelling.
Just remember, this deep dive is for educational purposes and doesn't replace professional medical advice.
Absolutely. You know, if digital stress biologically mimics eating a donut, it really makes you wonder, will future doctors one day prescribe mandatory news fast the exact same way they prescribe cholesterol medication today? Definitely something to think about.
This episode was inspired by Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means and enriched with insights from the author's interviews, podcasts, lectures, and public discussions included in our research sources. Because better health starts with better knowledge. Books, science, better health. See you with the next Mosaic Health 40+ episode.